Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we will be discussing about stacks in Java. This is a new mini course in Java about data structures within Java and how to implement them in your code. There will be a data structures playlist that I'll be creating in Java, so please try to save that playlist and actually turn on the bell notifications so that you won't miss another video. So to understand what a stack is a type of data structure where we follow the format of last in, first out. I can easily explain what a stack is by using a visual representation. So if I just go here, we can see that this is what a stack normally is. So the insertion and deletion within a stack happens at the same spot. What it means is that every time you insert a value, that value will be the first to be deleted. So if I say a value has been added, for example, the value 8, so if I add a value of 8, this value should be deleted first so that the top value can move down and the next value can be deleted. So without this value being removed, the top stays here and you can only do operations on the top value. So the top value here is 8. So if I just add another value, let's say, for example, I'll just do this. And if I say this is 9, I can't really perform operations on the value 9. That is because everything happens at the top or on one end. The best example or a real life example for stack would be a deck of plates, let's say. So if you take a deck of plates, you place plates one by one on each other. You can't really remove the bottom plate without removing the plates that are above it. So if there are 5 plates, you need to remove all the 4 plates to actually remove the plate that is at the bottom. So let's say if top is at the bottom, or the plate that we want to remove is at the bottom, we need to move down from the top. There is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then that is when we can actually remove the plate that is at the bottom. So this is the best example that I can give you for a stack in Java. So I hope you have understood the basic concept of stacks. Now let's go to a code and how to implement that stack in Java. To implement stacks in Java, we generally need to import java.util.stack. So I hope you have already understood what importing does. If you have watched my previous video, you can understand everything about importing. And if you're not sure about the basics that you can learn in Java, you can just follow the Java full course that I have a playlist on my channel. So I hope you have already followed all those videos and you actually have a basic idea of how Java works and how creation of objects work. So let's get right into the video. So if to create a stack, you can just type in stack and then less than and greater than symbols. Now I want to type the data type that the stack is of. So I want to create, let's say, for a string. And I can just call this is the name of that stack and I can just say new stack. Now we have created a stack of the name names. So I just want to check out if it actually works or not. So I just print out the stack itself. It's actually called names. So I just say names. And if I run the program now, we can see that it is actually empty. So, we have actually created an empty stack. Now we can push elements within the stack. So I have actually forgot to mention this. There are 3 main methods in stack. They are mainly push, pop, and obviously the top method, or you can also say the peek method. So these are the 3 main methods that you generally use within stack. Java also supports other methods that we will be discussing further into this video. But the basic understanding of this should be the push method is used to insert values within that stack. So as the name suggests, you can just insert values or push values onto that stack. And the pop is used to remove the element that is at the top. So pop does not really take any values, specific values. It can only remove the values that are at the top. So if it removes 8, it goes to 9 or vice versa. And then the top value or the peak value just returns the value that is at the top. It does not return the entire array, or it actually does not perform any operation on that stack. Instead, it just returns a value that is at the top. So let's say here the top value, if we use peak on this stack, the top value would be 8. So it returns 8. So now if we go into the code again, I just want to say, let's just insert some values. Let's populate this stack. I just want to say names dot, I want to push, let's say string. Again, let's just say a random name. So let's just say that. Now I want to push again. So I'll just say sponge Bob, for example. And again, I want to type. I don't know why I'm typing this. Actually, I can just copy and paste. So I've already typed this, so let's just go with it. So now let's just say Patrick. This is just an example. These are cartoon characters, so bear with me. Just an example. So I hope you understand the concept actually. Now, if I run the program now, you can see that it prints the stack where James, SpongeBob, and Patrick have been created. So these are the 3 values that I've pushed the stack with. And now if I want to remove these elements, so I just can do names dot pop. And remember that pop does not take any parameters, or it does not take anything within these parameter parentheses. So you can't really give a specific value that, I want to remove Patrick, I want to remove SpongeBob. So remember that the stack can only remove the element at the top. So for this example, the element that is at the top, or the element that we have entered last, is generally Patrick. So if I try to run the program now, just shows James and SpongeBob. That is because the last value that we have entered is Patrick. So as I have explained in the concept, the value that is entered last will be deleted first. So again, the last in first out. So the last in is Patrick, so the first out will also be Patrick. So again, if I perform the names.pop again, I can just do this semicolon, and if I run the program, you can see that it only has James. Oh, actually, let me just yeah, you can see that clearly now. You can see that it only has, we had first three values, now we have popped Patrick actually, and then we have also popped SpongeBob. So this is the pop operation in stacks. Now we can also see other methods, like let's say I want to say the names dot, let's say peak. I want to see what it returns. So if I just run the program, it returns SpongeBob. This is because the top value, or the last inserted value, is SpongeBob. As I've said, the top value starts, let's say for example, at the bottom, and as you enter the values, the top moves upwards and to the end of the stack. So the top value right now is at the second index, that is SpongeBob. So top is here, so it by default returns the value of SpongeBob for the top. It is quite different from the queues concept, where you understand the difference between a queue and a stack. So wait for these videos of data structures in Java, and you will understand completely how and fundamentally how data structures work. Now I have shown you all the three methods, the basic three methods, and if I want to show a more different methods, let's say I can just do names dot. I mean, if I just type this, you can see all the methods that it generally shows. You can also use equals to compare two different stacks. You can use index of again to find something, or again isEmpty is a different method. So if I just run this, isEmpty is also generally a method that we implement when we are writing data structures in C. So I just want to see what it does. So let's just run the program. It returns false. It returns false because the stack itself is not really empty, because it is populated with these values. So I just want to show you these methods. Another method that I could show you would be, search is actually a method where you can search a specific value. For this, we can just search, for example, let's say SpongeBob. I want to check out if the value is actually within this, stack or not. So I just want to clear this terminal for now, so it makes it clear to see. And now if I run the program, we can see that it returns 1. Whatever 1 means is that 1 is the value true, and 0 means false. So if I enter a random value, like let's just say JJ, and if I run the program, it returns -1. The index, or it means that we have not found this object within the stack. Actually, what this 1 means is we have found the index 1. So this is 0 and this is 1. So if I run, let's just say again, if I do James, I think you can see what I'm trying to explain here. So let me just try to run James. Actually, let's check it out. Actually, we can see it actually returns -1 because the J is capital. So let's just capitalize this. If I just do J is capital, now if I run the program, you can see that it returns the value or the index that is presented. So it is 2. So it means that the value is actually present within this stack. So this is another method that we generally use in stacks. I hope you have understood the concept of stack and also how to write a program within the stack. I think the best exercise for you to learn within stack is how use the pop method to actually create another empty stack and insert the values in reverse. So we have the values James, SpongeBob, and Patrick here. So if you insert these values in reverse, the Patrick becomes, the number 1 value. So this becomes number 2, and this becomes number 3. I think what I'm trying to say here is this is a practice exercise that you can try, and comment down below what you actually get the output, or you can also comment down below the program that you actually written to try this yourself. So you can reverse this stack by using a for loop or other conditions, but I think for loop is the best. So please try that exercise and comment down below what you are getting as its output. I mean, it's just a simple exercise to understand stacks better and to understand Java coding better. So this is the concept of stacks in Java. I hope you have understood the concept and also the code within Java. I hope that if you understood the concept, you can like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and also turn on the bell icon for more videos that are coming soon. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.